looking for getting the job done in a quickly and timely manner.
Tonight, the Vermilion Parish Police Jury will consider whether there's a need for 2 ambulance services in the parish. The 911 Committee will hear presentations from both Acadian Ambulance and Global Medical Response. Last year, a committee voted to rescind Acadian's exclusive contract after Global applied to provide services. After tonight's presentation, members of the 911 Committee will then vote to recommend or not recommend another ambulance service in the parish.
Probably a couple of hundred ambulance services that are registered to do non-emergency work in Houston, but there's 4 million people.
Here's Rob's 24-hour forecast.
Well, it was a mild start across Acadiana. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s and some fog this morning. Nice warm up this afternoon. Lafayette officially touching at least 80 degrees, which means we broke the record of 78 set back in 2005. Current readings mostly in the mid 70s, and tonight another mild night ahead, courtesy of breezy south winds. Radar satellite composite, mixture of clouds and sun. Actually, a few light showers showing up across Iberia. St. Martin Parish. We'll take a closer look at those showers with Power Doppler 3 coming up in the main weathercast. But look at the temperatures overnight tonight, hovering in the lower 70s for the most part. Rain chances begin to inch upward after about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. We're going 60% as we get closer to daybreak tomorrow. Again, those are computer numbers. These are not. And as we head into tomorrow, a mild to start with, scattered showers in the morning, but then by the afternoon, by this time breezy, turning much cooler, and eventually heading down into the upper 30s to lower 40s tomorrow night. And we could see a frost Friday night into Saturday morning. We'll talk more about our winter chill, the True View forecast, and that details on that front that's going to be pushing on through coming up in just a little bit.
Several schools in Lafayette Parish are being recognized by the Department of Education as Louisiana comeback campuses. These are the schools that have increased percentages of students who excel on statewide assessments and ACTs. 41 Louisiana schools have earned the prestigious honor. 5 of them are in the Lafayette Parish school system.
This was a great honor. We've had to overcome a lot of obstacles in the last few years, and we have a great family here at Broussard Middle, great staff, great students, great parents and community, and we've really come together to overcome those obstacles, and our students have been quite successful, so we're thrilled for this honor.
Tonight, the Lafayette Parish School Board is meeting to discuss construction of the new Lafayette High School. The meeting begins in less than an hour. Now, an early release package has been proposed. That package will help to lock in rising construction costs and keep the project completion date on schedule. Later this year, work will get underway on renovations to Cajun Field. The university has announced the renovations are set to begin after the final home game of the 2023 season. The work, in partnership with Our Lady of Lourdes, should take between 18 and 24 months. Right now, the project is in the design phase.
That's moving along very nicely. We just had a design meeting yesterday with our architects and our construction manager and our internal team. And I would just tell people that we're progressing very nicely. You know, this is going to be something that when we are able to roll something out, that we feel very confident that both the fan base, our community, recruits, etc., are going to be able to get very excited about.
UL students and faculty are back on campus. Today was the first day of classes for the 2023 spring semester. We stopped by campus to hear what some students are looking forward to this semester.
First day back, had like 2 classes today, got to schedule the rest, but it's going good. Just left out the U. Chilling and feel good outside, so just enjoying the day. To all the college students, y'all do what y'all got to do and finish college. That's it.
And preparations are underway for a community-wide day of service in Lafayette in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Marcel joins us live at Pontiac Point. And Marcel, the projects are lined up. At this point, the need is people.
That's right, Jim. We are here at Pontiac Point, and in just a few weeks, this will be the place where floats, bands, and Mardi Gras royalty will line up ahead of the big parades for Mardi Gras that'll roll through the city. However, before all of that happens, this Saturday, this is one of the places designated as a site here in North Lafayette for what's being called the beloved community MLK Day of Service. Now, this project is being spearheaded by Lafayette Habitat for Humanity in partnership with other community partners and organizations. And organizers say these projects and Dr. King's vision go hand in hand.
This is our efforts of taking it the next step, right? Dr. King told us he had a dream, but now we're trying to really build the community that we want to be able to, that we've been dreaming of, right? So this is an opportunity for each one of our coteries, as I said, to really get a project in place, but then for members of our community to come out and volunteer in their native communities or in a community that they haven't really visited often or see often, and really get to learn more about the work that's happening in that community and make a true positive impact.
So here's everything you need to know so you can get involved. It's all happening this Saturday. Volunteers of all ages are welcome. Anyone under the age of 18, however, needs to be accompanied by an adult. So where are these projects happening? Well, they're all happening on the north side of Lafayette. There are at least 15 projects listed. They range from corridor cleanup to building garden beds, even planting trees. Some of the projects are just for a few hours, others are longer. To sign up, go to LafayetteHabitat.org and click the volunteer tab, I should say. There you will see the list of day of service projects, and you can choose the one that best suits you. You can also find a link inside of the Martin Luther King Day events, the story on KATC.com. Now, volunteering as an individual is a wonderful thing to do, but it's also great to consider community groups, businesses, youth teams, adult teams, whoever, all come out together and put in a little work, but build community at the same time. Live in Lafayette, I'm Marcel Fontenot. Jim, back to you.
So, well, a reminder, the post office and all banks will be closed for the holiday. For Lafayette residents, waste and transit services will not be happening on Monday. The transit system will resume regular schedules on Tuesday, and garbage pickup will be pushed back one day next week. Still ahead right here on Acadiana's News Channel at 5, President Biden declaring a state of emergency after severe flooding in parts of California, and more severe weather is expected for the state this week. We'll have the latest coming up in just a bit.
And weather-wise, we're going from record temperatures to a bit of a winter chill as we head into the weekend. We'll talk the numbers and that cold front and the associated rain chances coming up right after the break.
Detective Mark LeBlanc of the St. Leonard Parish Sheriff's Office returns to Crime Stoppers and needs your help in solving a shooting in the Opelousas area.
On December 22nd, 2022, just after 11 p.m., a motorist was traveling through Opelousas on her way home. The female driver, alone in the vehicle, suspected that vehicles were following her. When she reached the intersection of Sugar Mill Road and Highway 357, she was struck by gunfire from 3 different caliber weapons and was fired upon a total of at least 34 times. The female then parked at a residence, stating that she was shot and needed medical attention. The victim's white Toyota Camry had multiple gun holes in the driver's side near the driver's front fender and door. The driver's door window and the back glass was also struck.
Use our QR code at the bottom of your screen or tip by using any mobile device by dialing ** tips. Remember to download our P3 app and tap the app to say it here and submit your anonymous tips. Be alert, be safe, and God bless you. On behalf of Crime Stoppers and Detective Mark LeBlanc, I'm Deputy Chief Eddie Thibodeau.
If you have any information on this or any other crime, call Crime Stoppers at 948-TIPS. You could earn up to a $2,500 cash reward. From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it was a spring-like day across Acadiana for sure. Officially, it goes in the book at 81 degrees in Lafayette, smashing the old record of 78 that was most recently set in 2005, but that record goes all the way back to 1916 as well. Well, we finally beat that today. Very rare to get above 80 degrees in January on any given day. Mind you, the dead of winter where we are right now, climatologically speaking, way above the 43 and 62 we normally expect, but guess what? We're going to trend to below normal temperatures as we get into the weekend. So let's take a look at the big picture across the western Pacific, and you can see these big storms still blowing and going from the Aleutian Islands down through the west coast, and once again another atmospheric river impacting this time North California into the Pacific Northwest. And then we have another upper level low that is pushing rapidly to the east, and that's what's going to drag a front through our part of the world as we head into tomorrow morning. Low pressure moving out across the plains, some snow here, some rain and some snows up toward the Great Lakes. And once again, the west coast still getting hammered with rainfall and snow at elevation now, as starting to edge more up toward Oregon and Washington over the next 24 to 36 hours. Meanwhile, across our region, generally fair to partly cloudy skies. We've had some high cloud streaming across the area, also some cumulus clouds, some of which have been producing a few isolated showers. We've been seeing it from just around Iberia Parish through St. Martin Parish. A few spotty showers here working their way out into the basin. There's your 5% for the day. The rest of us high and dry. Now we're going to see showers going into tomorrow, but we're not expecting any severe weather. Here's the Storm Prediction Center outlook for severe weather, mainly toward Alabama and Georgia, but eastern Louisiana is hatched in for a marginal risk. Acadiana, not. I don't even think we're going to see a thunder shower, but we're going to see scattered showers developing through the overnight hours. Best chance of a thunderstorm up toward Mississippi and perhaps tomorrow afternoon over toward the east, but another mild night tonight with temperatures holding near 70. That front pushing through Lafayette will give it right around 9 a.m., give or take an hour or two. And then those showers rapidly push off to the east by lunchtime, mostly eastern Louisiana. Some lingering clouds, but the sun comes back out, but it's going to turn breezy and cooler as temperatures fall into the 50s, eventually the 40s, and maybe even the upper 30s tomorrow night into Friday morning. So looking at the big picture, we have that one weather system moving out, then a couple of nice days going into the weekend. Then Sunday comes in, we start to warm up again. Showers possible as we head Monday, Tuesday, a better weather system as we get into next Wednesday, and then it quiets down again. But what interests me is there's a lot of high pressure ridging off to the west 10 days out. That could mean a colder air as we round out the month. And notice the model's also going for about 1.5 inches of rain, maybe a little bit more with the wet weather next week. Not much rain with this one, 1/10 of an inch or of an inch or less. 70, near 70 the low tonight. That's where we start out for a high tomorrow. Then temperatures drop nicely into the afternoon, so bring a jacket or sweater to work or school with you. You might need it for the afternoon. Come Friday morning, upper 30s to lower 40s, and Friday afternoon temperatures only topping out in the mid-50s. Colder Friday night. We could get near freezing northern parishes of Acadiana, and we might see some frost conditions Saturday morning. So whatever plants aren't dead yet, you may want to take care of those, the tender vegetation. So rain chance is 60% closer to daybreak tomorrow. Most of the night is just a mostly cloudy and mild night. It stays breezy as well, so fog won't be an issue. And then tomorrow, scattered showers in the morning. Not much rainfall expected, enough to wet the ground. That's going to be about it. Then temperatures drop into the lower 60s for tomorrow afternoon. So 71 the early day high, but getting down to 41 in Lafayette for Friday morning. That means upper 30s northern portions of Acadiana, and perhaps a frosty morning Saturday morning. Saturday staying cool, but Sunday we start to warm up, and then 70s and maybe a few 80s next week before the next front arrives a week from tomorrow. That's it for weather for right now. We're going to have more coming up right after the break.